if you've heard of this or not, but sometimes people, tend to tell each other, "Oh my God, you're so sensitive. You are a very sensitive person." Oh my goodness. Well, if you are someone who has heard of this before, and if you feel that you respond to situations a little more than other people, then you're at the right place. In this video, I will be discussing, are you a highly sensitive person? And it's not a bad thing. Let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to Guilt Free Mind. I am Dr. Shruti Bhattacharya, author and owner of guiltfreemind.com. The link to the blog will be there in the description. Go check it out. That's your one-stop destination for mental health. In this video, I will be discussing, are you a highly sensitive person? Before I start, let me tell you, I am. There are advantages and disadvantages to being a highly sensitive person. And by a highly sensitive person, I don't mean just emotionally sensitive. I mean they are physically highly sensitive as well. Like, I can smell things others cannot, and I can see things others would generally overlook. It's just the way my mind works. It's just a bit different from others. And if you are someone who's highly sensitive, then your mind works in a different way as well. So let's dive into the qualities of a highly sensitive person. So, who is a highly sensitive person? Like, what would the definition be if one was made? See, such people will have higher response to any emotional or sensory stimulus. Now, by sensory, I mean the five senses. They'll see more, they'll smell more, they can taste better than others, they can hear more, they can touch. When they touch, the amount of information that goes to the brain is a bit more than others. And it's natural for these people. They don't actually have to put in the work to, bifurcate things or understand more or see more. It just happens. This is not a sign of weakness. This is a sign of strength. Put them in any environment and they will be able to point out more things than a normal person would. Yeah, they can make great detectives, possibly, but I didn't go down that road, so I cannot comment on that. But yeah, they do have superior observational capabilities than other people. And also, they can observe subtleties that you may not notice. Now, let's understand the common traits of these people. Point number 2, the common traits. As I said, they observe more, they feel more. When they feel more, if someone who is in pain comes and discusses their pain with them, they will show higher empathy than a normal person. Because of this, they have a high empathetic index. They feel more empathy towards others. They feel their pain. They can put themselves in others' shoes and judge the situation from their perspective. They have a high emotional reaction. Again, this does not mean that they are going to cry at the drop of the hat or something like that. I know of highly sensitive people who do not cry at all. But it does not mean that they don't feel more. They feel more. Doesn't mean that they will react like in an all-out volcanic burst of tears or something like that. They do get easily overwhelmed by others' emotions because they have more empathy. So they are feeling, they are taking it all in. And they obviously want you to feel better and they don't know what to do. And because of that, they get overwhelmed. Like, how do I help you? How do I help you? I just want this to go away for you, but I don't know how to help you. And that kind of causes an overwhelming reaction in them. It can also happen in their own case. They want the problems to be solved and then it's not getting sorted out, and they might start feeling overwhelmed. They have profound connections to nature, art, and others' emotions, as I already said. Since they connect to everything. So when they're out in the nature, even the small things that you will not see, they will. And it gives them joy. Point number 3, scientific basis of a highly sensitive person. Well, they obviously have a more reactive nervous system. Their central nervous system is a bit more developed than an average human being. And because of that, their senses can respond much better to the environmental stimulus, and that it can also get overwhelming at times, trust me, than others. The brain activity difference was studied in some of these individuals. Brain activity difference is the way understanding how the brain responds to stimuli. And What was observed in case of highly sensitive people is that they respond to stimulus in a different manner than a person who's not highly sensitive. So how they process information is a bit different than yours. They may think of 10 steps ahead and then give you the answer because they've already thought of what might happen in 3 to 4 years. That's just the way their brain works. Yeah, it sounds funny, but well, it is what it is. All right, point number 4. They are extremely experienced at navigating the emotional landscape. They are empathetic. When they talk to others, it's not just a story they are listening. They put themselves in that other person's shoes and they navigate the emotional landscape as that other person. How that other person felt, what they did, how bad or how sad or whatever. Because of this, they feel much more. They experience emotions much more intensely, whether it's positive or negative emotions. If you're happy, they will be very happy for you. If you're sad, they will be very sad for you. It won't be like, oh, happy for you and forgotten and going about their day. Not like that. They truly feel. They can navigate and embrace emotional intensity much better than others, and because of this, they also have a heightened understanding of their own self and of other people. They can understand how you feel. They can, and since they are not exactly in that position, they are better suited to telling you what might work in your situation to help you. Point number 5. A highly sensitive person's impact on relationships. As I said, they're highly empathetic. So if their partner or their friend or their colleague is suffering from something, it will be much easier for them to figure out without that other person even having to say something. Unfortunately, as it happens that when you're in a relationship, you expect your partner to behave with you the way you behave with them. So with highly sensitive people, the problem arises that since they can feel what the other people feel, they also expect their partners to understand what they feel without them actually verbalizing it out. Now that may land themselves in a bit them in a bit of a soup if their partner is not as emotionally intelligent as they are. Since they can understand others' energy levels, emotional needs, and how they are feeling and have a direct reciprocation on them, as in feel it like as if they are going through it, it makes them overwhelmed, it makes them more tired, it makes them have more headaches because of this reason. And as I said, they do get stuck with more expectations from their partner. Because of this, if you are a highly sensitive person, my one advice would be to maintain emotional boundaries. Boundaries and defining your needs is very crucial. You have to uh, have your boundary. Your personal bubble has to be a bit bigger than a normal person because you feel more than a normal person. So if it gets overwhelming, shut it out. Tell people I'm overwhelmed and I will be back when I'm feeling like myself again, but I need some time to myself. So spend time with yourself till you start feeling better because of all that overwhelm that you're going through. Point number 6. Workplace challenges and struggles. They are more sensitive towards being criticized, handling the stress, the noisy environment. Oh, noisy environment, don't even get me started. They cannot function in noise. I am, as I said, I'm a highly sensitive person, and I have tried out the best headphones that are there in the market, and I can still hear everything. Yeah, it's muted, but I can still hear. And this, I'm saying, this is inside a shop. It's not like I'm talking about when I'm on the road. This is inside closed doors, and I can hear even after putting on headphones. So that does make it difficult for such people to work at times when they want peace and quiet to work and they are not getting any of it because the environment is just noisy. Criticism, stress, it affects them a bit worse than the others because they feel more. So everything that you tell them is a bit more heightened in their case than it would be in case of a third person. Now, what is the strength of a highly sensitive person in such situations? Their strength is their attention to detail. They will pick up things that others might miss. They will write down things that others may overlook, but it will all be there. They are very meticulous, they are creative, they have an eye for arts, and they have the ability to empathize. So if you're really in a problem, that person is the one you should go to. And if they don't have their boundaries up, and they don't know how to bifurcate and separate out things and compartmentalize things in their brains, they might help you out. They are excellent helpers. Now, one of their strengths is their ability to empathize. So if you are facing a struggle at your workplace, and if you want someone to talk to, a person who will patiently listen without judging you, these are the people you can go to. All right, point number 7: coping mechanisms and self-care. Now, as a highly sensitive person, well, 70% of your day might go feeling overwhelmed if you are in a workplace that is noisy, or if your house is noisy, or if you're living with someone who's difficult to live with or work with or whatever. So if this is a situation, or even if this is not the situation, because a highly sensitive person can feel overwhelmed even while driving because the traffic was too much, you need time to unwind, relax, and let it all out. Look for a quiet place in your house that will be for your relaxation. If you have noisy household, then prevent everyone from coming into that place. Tell them that this is my boundary. If I'm in this room, no one's allowed here. If you have extra rooms. If you don't have, then find a cafe or a quiet place that you can just go and hang out, where you can just relax and let yourself feel, or let that headache pass because of the overwhelm that you've been facing. Practice mindfulness and meditation techniques. These allow you to be in the present, allow thoughts to come and go and not affect you completely, and not submerge you, and not let overthinking take over. So try out these things, and set boundaries for stimuli management. Now, boundaries for stimuli management also mean boundaries from screen time. So set a specific screen time for yourself, and after that time, you will not be looking at any of the screens, not your phone, not your laptop, and not your tablet. You have to take care of yourself. The person who knows you best is you. So there is no one in this world who can give you better advice about how to take care of yourself than you. So focus on yourself and focus on your self-care. Point number 8: the the misconceptions that are there regarding society. How society views such individual. As I said, people think that being highly sensitive is a weakness. It's not. And this is something whose awareness needs to be spread out. So if you are someone watching this video, please share this with your friends so that they can also know that being a highly sensitive person is by no means a weakness. It actually gives you a lot of strength and makes you one of the strongest people. Because feeling so much and having so much empathy is not going to break you down. You are one of the most flexible people on the planet. Whereas others who have limited range and who cannot take overstimulation, when they get overstimulated, well, life takes a bad turn, you can say. But we are used to it. We can handle it. We know how to deal with it. So that puts us at a place of strength and not weakness. What is high sensitivity? This needs to be understood by more and more people. So the more awareness programs come up, the better it is. So as I said, share this video. Point number 9: celebrate your sensitivity as a strength. Show others what you can do that they cannot. Why only focus on the emotional part of the thing? There is so much more. How you can listen to things that they will never dream of. How you can smell things that they won't. How you can pick up subtleties in your environment that they won't. And how your mind works much faster than theirs because you are probably 10 steps ahead than them. You are better than others in some categories, and they need to be made aware of that. So use your strengths and show them that. And even feeling overwhelmed by emotions is not your weakness. It's something you can manage. They don't have that high of an emotional quotient itself. And you do. So there's a difference. And they need to be made aware of it. Point number 10: Connect with others in the highly sensitive people community. There are others who are highly sensitive. You can find them online. So, knowing other people of such who have similar outlook and who feel similarly to you can provide you with a lot of strength. You can find a community where you can truly be yourself without worrying about others judging you or telling you, oh my God, you're so sensitive. Oh my God, are you going to cry or something like that? No one will judge you. They will all be supportive. And you will finally have a platform where you can discuss what's really in your mind and heart without being afraid that people are going to judge you or they are going to say nasty things behind your back or even in front of you. You can either go for support groups locally or you can find them online. They can have local meetups or you guys can have Zoom meetings, whatever works for you. But if you're a highly sensitive person, then celebrate it as your strength and not your weakness. With that, well, I hope you liked and subscribe, like the video and subscribe to the channel and rang that tiny notification bell and set it to all. This way YouTube will be able to notify you whenever my next video goes live. That's it for this one. I will see you in my next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.